Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's Mr. Spivey once again, your administrative assistant here at Bay Haven Charter Academy. I am coming to school right now on the golf cart. I'm on Highway 389 right now, and I am getting to my far right lane, getting ready to turn into the property here on Hawks Landing. All right, so you see where I'm at here. If you can see it right now, this is what you do each day coming to get your kids, dropping them off, and also car pickup. The buses come this route as well. So
can I turn at this light up here? Should I?
I wouldn't do that because I will follow the law here and stay in the turn lane to get here, Mr. Stevenson, instead of going to the light. Because you could get up there and you can cut traffic off again here, holding up the traffic that wants to continue up to 389. Hey, now we're on Hawks Landing Boulevard right now, as you can see here. We have two lanes that come into the property. Inside lane and the outside lane, okay? So I'm getting ready to turn on Bobcat Way. That's where we're turning. This is Bobcat Way, Mr. Stevenson.
Now I'm elementary. Which side do I get in?
You're in the right lane right now.
Oh,
the far right
that's
lane,
perfect.
closest to the buses and to the trees, is the elementary lane. The outside lane, close to the building, is the middle school lane, if you're going to middle school or going over to pre-K. But this side lane I'm in right now, as you see, closer to the buses and the tree line, that lane takes you around to building 2 and 3, which is elementary drop-off and elementary pickup. Also, it takes you back to behind the cafeteria for aftercare pickups students as well, by the playground.
What if I'm stuck in this lane and I'm in the wrong lane right now? What do I do?
I'm glad you say that. Now imagine this here. I got cars coming on property. I got an elementary who's in the outside lane over here. They shouldn't be here already.
Because I should be in the right lane.
You should be in the right lane. Okay. So now...
And it's okay I'm over there because maybe I came in the wrong way.
You might have come the wrong way.
Something. That's right.
But what's happening, someone is getting further down the line. Then they decide to try to get back over in the elementary lane. Now for the person who's been here for like maybe 30 minutes waiting, now you're cutting in front of them, and that's not good courtesy. So what happens, it bogs everything down in the inside lane, close to the building, to where these cars can't move because that person is waiting to get over the elementary lane.
Gotcha.
That's what we don't want.
Perfect.
So when the frustration comes, you want to make sure that we can get in make sure you're in the right lane at every time you come on property. Right lane here, close to the buses, elementary pickup and drop off. Inside lane takes you around to building 4, which is the middle school drop off and pickup.
So wait, we have an acronym. That could be me. Me, middle school on one side, elementary on the other side. So you think
there you
me.
Go. Just take me.
All right, there you go.
Well said. Like I said, we're going to continue on driving, Mr. Stevenson.
Great.
But this way, a lot of time it happens at right here.
That's perfect.
For the backup. So if you can have the right courtesy now, Bobcat Parent, you are fantastic. Yes, you all are. And I know it's frustrating. I wish I had it my way. We had 3 lanes coming into the property.
5, right?
Yeah. But the property we're landlocked. We just can't put no more lanes on this property. So I have to bear with it. Even myself and Steve, when my kids was here, I went through the same thing.
Same thing.
I know what it was like, so I just managed my time better.
That's right.
So I make sure I understood the line.
And coming a little bit earlier makes a big difference, right? That little bit, 5 minutes earlier makes a whole heck of a lot of difference.
So you just don't want to be cutting nobody off when you get down.
Yep.
And as we can get closer to the stop sign, you'll see what I mean. We'll stop again down here, and I'll show you what we're talking about.
Perfect. And we got to be careful to avoid sticking out if we're going to come visit, right?
When you park into the lanes all the way in, so you will not stick out. Get your car hit from behind somewhere. As you probably just saw.
Hey, and our sign we're just passing, we're going to eventually, what will we have? This same kind of information on there, right?
Yes, we will.
Yeah, okay,
yes,
great.
we will.
Good.
Hey, we're coming up to the stop sign right now, Bobcat family. And like I said, this side lane here, close to the woods, takes you around to building 2 and 3, which is elementary drop off and pickup. If you're in the left lane here towards the building, that's middle school side. This is where congestion starts a lot when someone is sitting here on my left, as you see here, trying to get over to the elementary side when they should have got over that in that area way back
there, yeah.
So it caused some people to get a little frustration and it backs up the traffic a little bit. So we're going to go to the intersection right here, but this is where it happens at through here. So be careful here, get in the right lane you should be in for who you're picking up, all right? If you look over to my right, your right, that's 389 right there.
Okay, yeah.
That's how we came up that road a while ago. Perfect. And here's a lane. We're going to come back around and I'll show you more about 389 as we come around.
Good, okay,
we'll talk about some more, but we're going to continue around the loop.
So now I'm in the elementary. I made it, right? So
you made it on
through here. Okay, good. Woo.
We know the lines are long.
All right.
The lines are long. We know we can't do much about that. You just have to be patient. And we're trying the best we can. We want to make sure that everyone gets here safely and in timely manner and pick up their child as we wait on the sidewalk to load the car, kill children in the car, also drop the kids off in the morning. So we got speed bumps, as you know.
Which is great. Slow it down, right? Keep it safe.
But all we have on this side, as you see, is one lane. Now, this would be ideal if we had 2 lanes right here, Mr. Stevenson.
Sure, oh, that'd be a dream.
But as you see to our right, that's all protected area. We can't put no more roads on the property. All we have is just 1 lane to go around, then it divides up into 2 lanes when they get close to the building. We got 1 more speed bump to go.
1 more speed bump, which is good.
Then
Safety
go
first.
around the back curve. So we're passing to my left over here, building 2 and 3. Building 2 houses kindergarten students in 1st grade. Building 3 houses 2nd grade and 3rd grade. Building 2 kids, K to 2, they get out of school at 2:30.
So I should be here earlier if I'm one of those, right?
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So if you're a 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade student, your time is 2:45 when you get out of school. So don't try to come at 1:30.
Oh yeah.
If you're a 34 or 5 or pickup, to be at 2:45, you're way early. Because the first ones we're getting off the property first is the kindergartners, 1st and 2nd grade.
And if I do that, I probably have to be sent back around in the whole loop.
You
anyway,
sure can
right?
be sent back
my
around
goodness.
because
and do this twice? No.
Because what happens, it backs the traffic up if we have you sitting
That's right.
in front of building 2 and 3, and all of a sudden we've got a long line of people waiting for someone to get out at 2:45 or maybe even 3:05 when middle school get out.
That's right.
That backs up the traffic even more. So we want to make sure those things are clear. Now we're on this side, we're at the playground in building 2 and 3, and you see now we're in 2 lanes now, going this way. So I'm in the inside lane close to the building. This is my drop-off and pickup line.
Perfect.
This is where the calling of the name starts at in the evening time for pickup. Morning drop-off, the cars just line up in this lane. You pull forward all the way to the front. I really don't want you dropping them off way back here. I don't have personnel back here to watch kids getting out of cars back here.
That's right. That's right.
But we have them up there past the crosswalk. So that's why we tell everybody to pull forward.
That's perfect.
All right? So be careful when you do that. All right. So as we go down past building 3 here, we're going to keep going. But like I said, this is all drop off and pickup area right here. We try to keep all the kids for pickup past the number 5 on that pole. You can see it, right? That's what we call zone 5. I don't know if I can zoom into that or not as we get closer to it.
Perfect.
We try to put our kids picking up right through here. Not down by where we just came from building 3. It's too far away. We don't have the personnel.
That's right.
So this is why we said this is drop off and pick up. And so when we say in the morning,
really begins after the crosswalk, right at number 5 here.
And just like drop off in the morning, when you see them waving their hands and come forward, they tell you to come all the way up to number 1. Don't drop the child off at the crosswalk unless that line is already long from 1 to 5. Then the kid is sitting here at 5. We can drop you off. But if there's nothing in front of you, you need to pull all the way to number 1 to drop off. Because there's a person up here waiting to get kids out the cars.
And if I get my child here, right here, should I rush around and go out that lane there, right?
You take the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Even though we know it's 2 lanes, just like anything on the road, we make sure we obey laws and traffic flow. You take your time and edge your way out, and then you go straight on through the throughway.
Very slowly, right?
And one thing about this lane you're talking about now, my far left here, this is a through lane, so it's never blocked up. We don't load 2 lanes of traffic with students.
That's right.
We keep one open, you load here, then you swing out, and then you go off the property. If not, you just go straight ahead and go off the property. There's 2 ways we get out of here. So that's why I say when you see it, it seems like it's a nightmare out there, Bobcat family. And some of you have been doing this for 5 or 6, 7 years, and you know what it's like for the first couple of weeks of the school year. But we're trying our best to get things out of here the safe way and the right way. And if we had more space here, it'd be an ideal. You ever seen that movie by the Avengers?
Yes.
That guy named Thanos? He snapped his finger, something like that.
Thanos,
if I was like Thanos, I could snap my finger and give us some more lanes.
Amen.
I'd do like that, and we got lanes all over the property. We can get them out of here, but I don't have that.
And some of the facts are, right, that we don't have more students this year. We don't. We just have more pickup and drop-off this year. But there's actually not more students here, so it's not. We're not adding because we don't want to add to that problem, right?
And still at the mercy of Highway 389.
That's right.
Until they widen that road out there, it's just going to be as it is.
That's right.
You know, and we don't manage that out on that part. That's Lynn Haven. That's someone else. We don't do anything with that. So we can't control what happens out there at the lights. So, but we can get on the property. We can try to work a little better on the property. But the key thing is just being courteous to one another. Understand how the flow works. Now, we're coming out of the elementary side. We're going to go over to the middle school side. But I'm going to show you one more important point right here.
But can I ask you something before you do this? Because I got a real important one. So let's say I'm over here. Tell me about this middle school kids coming over. If I've got brothers and sisters, what's going on?
This is how it works. Now, you've probably seen these emails come out from Mr. Stevenson about older siblings.
Right.
The older sibling supposed to come over. I'm not saying supposed. They will come over to the younger sibling and get picked up over here.
So if they don't come right away, they're actually going to hold up the line.
There go another factor. If you are a driver here, you picking up a sibling here, a younger sibling, 3:05, the bell rings for middle school. He or she should beat feet quickly as they can to get over here to the car line. Because what's happening, if they're sitting too long, now you're sitting here, you might be holding up traffic in our elementary side, in the front line. So we want to make sure that that child knows to get over here quickly. So please tell them at home,
please, parents. Yes, that'll help a lot.
If they got a younger sibling, they have to get over the elementary side quick as they can.
Right away, no visiting friends and hanging out in the courtyard.
Because this pickup side is K-3 over here. 4th graders who do not have siblings and 5th graders are picked up on the middle school side.
Good. We'll talk about that makes sense. Perfect. I wanted to make sure.
Only if you have a sibling over here, younger sibling, you need to get over here quick as you can.
Gotcha. Perfect. Right? That makes sense.
Now we getting ready to go to the stop sign coming out of building 2, out of the elementary side. And here's another spot that happens. I saw this yesterday. A parent sat right here when middle school traffic is in that lane over there trying to go to the building 4.
Yep.
But this person is trying to get in the middle school line now while they've been waiting. So now it's holding up elementary behind me, who is trying to get the highway 389 over
you're just
here.
Trying to get right there.
Just had to go off the property. Gotcha. So we can't block this. We can't block it at all. So if traffic has to continue to move off this turn here, either going around the traffic here, going off the property to Hawks Landing, or going to the light, or going down to 389 this way.
Absolutely.
But you can't sit right here and hold up traffic.
That's right. And you can come right back in from...
It's okay if you're holding the traffic because you're waiting to get over here, because traffic is coming this way to go down elementary side.
That's right.
So you don't want to run into nobody. You want to make sure we do it right. So you want to go down there, but it's this spot right here where I had cars sitting, and the person was just sat here while people 10 cars behind them who trying to get on the 389 couldn't go nowhere. So that bogs up traffic again. So middle schoolers, the inside lane here close to the building, you're coming from there. If the line is backed up already, when you turn right through here, you can't have the back end of your car sticking out here, like right in this area, because if they're trying to turn off the stop sign I just passed, they can't get around you to get off the property. Now you blocked up a whole lane here to where they can't get down to the through lane. You have to be careful. All right, so come on through. So right here, you have to be really careful about what you're doing when you swing out.
So do like they're doing right there, right?
You try to get in the line, you get around. Because the inside lane closer to the parking lot, in front of the building 1, where the Bobcat sign is up here, that's a through lane. People got to still be able to go through there and get out of here. But if you block off where my golf cart is sitting right now, I'm going to get off. I want you to see me out here. We're going to do right here. This is what I'm talking about, right here, Mr. Stevenson. If that is blocked off here, and a car is right here, when that car swings this way, it has to swing enough to get straight in line right here.
So closer to the bushes, right?
The bushes, right here. But when they're happening, they're coming in an angle, they're stopping right here with the back end of the car sitting here. So now I can't turn off that stop sign and go around this way to get to there. So I got to keep this clear.
So this is a very important part right here.
This is where you get it congested. So parents, think about it now when you do this. When you swing in here, keep it tight, because if you're hanging out at the end and a car can't get around you, it backs up the elementary side. Or it backs up to the person who can't get the 389 over here.
All right, perfect, got it. But now I got a middle schooler to pick up, so let's do this.
I'm on my way. Going to middle school. Hey, remember, the side closest to the trees, that's elementary pick up and drop off. The lane that's closest to the building, that's middle school, all right? I also go around to pre-K as well.
Me.
And so now I'm in the lane I want to be in for middle school, right here.
Gotcha.
I'm not in that. I'm not in
this
lane.
No, because that lets people go through.
That's a straight through.
Smart.
I got to stay in this lane right here. I got to stay right here. So I'm still going. Now my cars are lining up right now. I got middle school cars backed up to here. I'm waiting in line, but as the time names get called, we'll start going around. So we'll get around the middle school side. So we get around this way here. So
I'm afraid to get Peyton Phillip to check out and bring all the things. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. I'm still with him.
So this is a through lane right here.
That's a through lane right there.
Through lane here left.
Yep.
Right is we're going to pick up a middle schooler. And I think
building.
There's somebody here, they'll call my name and number, right?
That's right. You have a young lady out front here. She'll be calling names off the tags that you have in your car. So you hear that name? No, we'll get you out there and stuff. And your child should be waiting. But it's important that your kids be listening for their name.
Okay.
Now I'm turning right to go to car pickup for middle school side. This is building 4. All right, building 4, people. All right.
So now, Wait, she's called the name of my child.
Yep.
Way back there.
That's correct.
So that means you got, what, a minute or 2 or 3? So those students should be
ready. They should be listening up, ready for pickup, that my name been called. There are no kids getting loaded in cars down that way. Everyone get loaded on this side of the sidewalk.
And what, underneath that covered area at least,
the
right?
covered area, exactly.
Yeah,
so we're not loading cars. Now, a lot of times, you know, we have a load out here, and the cars might be this far, but as long as I got coverage this way, with personnel, adults, I can load cars a little further back up. But no one is getting loaded inside in front of the building 1.
And I can't park over here and walk up. No, because then I'd be walking through all these cars.
Exactly. We're not doing parent walk up. We're not doing that. We don't have the personnel for that at all. So now it's different than something. You know, years back we might have had that, but we don't have parent walk up on elementary side or middle school side.
We don't have spots.
We have to use the traffic flow. It will work. I know it's frustrating, but it will work. Like I said, I'm a parent here. I was in these lines too. I dealt with the flow. Now some might not deal with it better than I did. But you know, but it is what it is now, and it's hard for us to try to decipher it and everything. We don't have enough lanes. So if we know we're in this lane now, that's a through lane, and this is where they're getting the car. Everybody's getting picked up right here.
Perfect.
Please don't park in no one parking spot too. If you try to park somewhere or whatever it might be, they are all labeled with their names on them, and someone say visitor parking. Those are always clear, but make sure you don't park in one spot has a name on it.
That's like a chain reaction, right?
We get a phone call for those kind of things.
All right.
But now, like I said, we're in the middle school pickup side, and again, like I said, fourth and fifth grade, who do not have younger siblings, anything like that, would be on this side for pickup. If they have a younger sibling of third or second or first grade or kindergarten, then they have to go to the elementary side for pickup. That's important, parents. So make sure that you tell your children at home what side to be on. If you have a younger sibling, you go to where the younger sibling is at.
And you've got speakers out here, so when they call the name way back there,
and they are loud,
the students have plenty of time to be ready, right? So they should be listening for their name.
Yes, they do.
Which will help everybody get in the load a lot quicker.
Yes, they do. And plus, middle school kids are a whole lot older. They can get in the cars on their own. You know, on the other side, we have to open a lot more doors over there, so it might take a few more seconds off your time. But this is where middle school drop off and pickup happens at. Even the buses come through this way, Mr. Stevenson.
Very good.
This is where we at. So, and straight ahead over here, that's pre-K. Like I said, that is an outside lane from the building. That should always stay open so people can go right through here and get back off the property. So we're going to go back out this way here again on the back side here where all the middle school parents go out at. They come right through here after they pick the child up or drop off. They come at this exit way right here.
So I want to be in now the left lane, right?
Yep. Unless you live in Hawks Landing, you're going to the right. Because that's why this access was put in here probably around 2014 or 13. It was never here, but it was a good asset to add for his Hawks Landing personnel, and also going back out to 389 to the light here. So we're going to go back up to 389 by the light up here. So like I said, we've done our little tour. But like I said, one thing I would say to you all, parents, and I can say over and over, is I know it's frustrating. We're talking hundreds of cars. I can't control 389. I wish they had more lanes on it. I wish they had more lanes on my property, but we don't have that luxury. But we can manage our time a little better, do it safely, be courteous out there, and graceful to one another, and be in that the right lane you need to be in for elementary side and for middle school side. And if you're going straight through the property, you stay in that left lane and go all around in front of building 1 and come back off the property. If you're going to middle school pickup, that's the lane you'll be using. But anything else, if you stand in the right lane, that means you're going to elementary side, building 2 and 3, where the K through 3 is housed at. All right, so
we're down the middle of this road.
Yeah, this is there. This is.
And I want to ask you something though, because I see there's visitor parking. So when I come in here, like this car that's coming right now, if I'm swinging in, can I just go opposite of traffic and park in visitor?
No, you shouldn't do that either.
Oh my gosh!
You could get a violation from our SROs.
Oh my goodness!
I know it seems tempting
because you could just go right here, right? It's opposite. Yeah.
It seems tempting. You know, you want to go there, you want to just shoot across, but you got to be careful because
what are these arrows, right? See down here? Yeah.
Directional. Because if someone is coming up this way quicker than you shooting this way, there could be an accident right there, head on. You want that to happen on the property.
But this is a good part for visitor parking. So you just have to go through the loop. You follow this car around, stay in that inside lane and come around that's flowed for traffic, and then you'll park right here.
Yes, sir.
Then I can go. Okay, good.
But you see we're in the left lane now? This is the middle school lane.
Gotcha.
When we came on Bobcat Way, we was in that other lane close to the bus. That's the elementary side. So now, like I said, you got 2 lanes coming into the property. So if you're a middle school mom or dad, you know what lane to get in to the far left.
And if I'm not sure, M and E. Me. Middle elementary. Okay, good.
You know what?
Left, right.
I'm going to invest in some signage.
We're going to do that. Let's get some signage.
I know we're
awesome.
going to have it on our big digital board soon, too. But I'm going to invest in some signage that shows pointing directions to what buildings are located, where the arrow is pointing, and also where it takes you to.
Before we're done, let's show the sign, too. Can we do that? One last thing, because we've already done this route. I get it, but parents, so that you understand, we're going to be able to show all kinds of information on the sign,
exactly,
and diagrams and everything else, right? Even short arrowed videos and everything.
Sure can. And like I said, that's why it's so important, Mr. Steve, that when you come on the property, being in the right lane at the right time. Because I'm telling you, if you get down in this left lane and you're elementary and you're stuck over there, I will hope that you will get in the right lane in the beginning. But if you're trying to manipulate it, I'll put it that way, wait until you get all the way to the end. It frustrates the people in the right lane.
Rightly so. Yep.
I'm just saying, and that's why I say you have to be courteous about what we do and we're driving. So I don't want to get a bunch of things going on to where it seems like it's road rage or something on the school ground.
That's right.
We don't want that, because we're all one big family here, and we try the best we can to get people in here safely, quickly as we can. And like I said, I know it's frustrating. So, but just understand.
Boy, look from here. Look at that sign.
That's the one. That's the sign.
So then that can start to tell me more information.
Exactly. You might see directional arrow saying straight ahead.
Nice.
And this lane here takes you to building 2 and 3, elementary. Inside lane takes you back around to building 4.
I think I remember at the start of school we had a situation where we might have had to keep kids inside with lightning.
That's right.
So if we have that, we will show here.
Right.
It'll say, "Hey, we're in lockdown," or "We're holding we're holding students, etc." With time and everything. So
yes, sir.
That'll be a great addition, right? And we're not far from getting electricity hooked to that.
No, we're not. Yeah,
very short.
Give us about another week. We should be there. I think we'll be there.
Yep, wonderful.
I just can't wait till it come on, because it's going to be a big asset for our property here. So.
Absolutely.
But this is kind of what we go through every day in driving here. So we thought we'd just take you on a ride on the cart to show you again about what's happening at Bay Haven. We got a lot of things happening in the front office as well.
Absolutely.
We got
a lot of security enhancements.
That's right. Upgrades are happening. So soon they'll be like,
hey,
hello.
And if you're gonna, if I want to see you in the afternoon, I'll probably see you over the elementary pickup.
That's why
the administrators, and Miss Crumb's probably in middle school.
Yep.
And I'll be in between one of the two. So our administrators, we feel like it's probably best for us to be close to where those kids are.
You have to
keep close to them.
Just for the safety and security of students and stuff. And we got other people out there working, but we like to have our administrators in different positions, key positions.
Close to the kids. Yep.
And right now, like I said, this big intersection here is one that you have to manage the most. I do not have the opportunity or the capability to say I can put someone here 100%.
That's right.
Every day. I just don't have that right now. So,
that's right.
But if you do it right as a parent,
it will help tremendously.
To pick up your little Bobcat from this campus here, you will not go wrong. Stay in outside lane for elementary, inside lane going to middle school, and do not block this up here.
That's right.
And you see down there at 389, see those cones?
Yep.
We had to close that off again, because when we had people coming in that route, that backed up traffic even more
worse on the other,
because now no one could even go straight down because the line was backed up so long here.
It creates other problems, right?
So
it seems simple,
but it seems simple, but it really created more problems. So we just wanted to test that early, but we saw that it didn't work out in our favor. So we had to close it off. So everyone has to come all the way up 389, turn on Hawks Landing Boulevard, come into Bobcat Way, and then you decide from that point that who you are, you know you're driving, elementary to middle school. And we don't want to cut nobody off.
And we've had traffic engineers, city personnel, law enforcement, a variety of engineers come and look at our parking. So we're doing the best with what they're giving us right now, and we're still going to make adjustments. So and we'll still try to do the best. So.
And I think Mr. Stevens said it right. And I think what we do, we need your help out there more than anything, your support and understanding of what we're going through. And we have a lot of kids here, over 1,000 kids. Don't tell them how many cars come here. I'm not sure.
Don't count
everything. So we just have to be really cautious and concerned about what goes on in our traffic flow and how you pick your child up. Because we want your child to be picked up in the least amount of time possible, but we can't make it perfect. We can't make it perfect. But safety is number one. And just being courteous to one another out there as you drive and knowing where you're going, Mr. Stevenson. I'm telling you, it'll work for us.
We'll get there.
Like I said, and it takes time.
That's right.
Especially for a new parent. It's probably a shock to you to see it as a new parent. So, but just be careful out there. And like I said, we're here. We do the best we can. I'm on the elementary side, is my duty. Ms. Crum is on the middle school side, duty. Mr. Stevenson inside the middle of the property, his duty's there. So he's all over different places. But that's my key layout for me every evening is elementary side.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and we'll look forward to that sign being up, right?
I hope that helped you all out there. Y'all be blessed out there. Love you all, Bobcat family. Mr. Spivey is out. We'll see you on the campus. Thank y'all.